After watching an episode of WandaVision, you really need to take a break and process everything that you just watched. Then you need to go back and rewatch the episode to pick up on moments, Easter eggs, and just about every little detail you missed the first time around, because you were just locked in and enjoying the show. Seriously, those 20 minutes go by way too quickly. I really hope that the final 2 episodes we get have a longer runtime. Give us a feature-length episode. Anyways, let's get into it. This episode really arms things up, and I was enjoying every minute of it. We finally get some confirmation to a long-running theory fans have had since a certain neighbor turned up to Wanda's front door. But before we get into that big reveal at the end of the episode, let's talk about something that came before that involves someone who has become a fan favorite character, and one that is just as much a key character as our two main leads. Monica Rambeau. Ever since it was announced that she would be joining the show, fans knew that Monica was going to be set up for her eventual turn into a comic book persona, who was the second person to take up the Captain Marvel mantle. The question was how and when it would happen. Would the show just give us a normal Monica before she became superpowered, or a Monica that has already gained her powers? Well, after patiently waiting, they gave us both. It was hinted back in episode 5, with Monica receiving her results, and Darcy in episode 6 warning her that going back into the Hex would cause the cells to be rewritten. So it was no surprise when her plan failed, and she had no choice but to physically push her way through. What a moment. We witnessed the birth of a superhero, and one that I look forward to seeing more of, as she begins to fully grasp her abilities. We already know that Monica is set to appear in Captain Marvel 2, along with Miss Marvel, so why not have her pop up in the latter's solo show, and be a mentor to the younger hero? Regardless of what they do with Monica, the future looks bright for her character. She is set for so many amazing adventures post-WandaVision. Okay, now for that big reveal. Agnes is the MCU's version of Agatha Harkness, who seems to be taking on a more villainous turn, which is a different approach to the character as she is portrayed as in the comics. Agatha is an ally, not just to Wanda, but also the Fantastic Four. Now this might have surprised people who aren't familiar with the comics or just paying attention to the buzz around the character. I absolutely love the reveal. It was done to perfection. That whole theme tune that they made for her has to be the most addictive song I've listened to on the show. In fact, ever since they released it, I've just had it on repeat. Kathryn Hahn was the perfect choice to play this character. Right from the start, she was a treat. But now we finally get to see a more sinister side to the character. Still, I'm just not convinced that she's the big bad of the show. There has to be more going on here than just one witch causing mishaps behind the scenes. The fact that witches existed within the MCU is nothing new. Frigga, the Queen of Asgard, Thor and Loki's mother, learned her magic abilities from witches. This reveal now puts a focus on magic users. I really wonder, would they dare take it further and introduce Mephisto himself? Now that would be a game changer that would push the MCU as a whole into a new territory. Magic is already at play with Doctor Strange, Loki, Agnes, and now even Wanda coming into her own as a magic user. There's so many questions as to her motivations and if she really is as villainous as she seems. I know she killed Sparky, but I can't hate Kathryn Hahn. She's just an amazing actress who you can't help but love, even when she's a villain. The next episode is definitely setting up exploring her backstory in some capacity and finally answering some of the questions that the show has left dangling. It's the final 2 episodes, and to quote Doctor Strange, we are in the end game now. Anyways guys, that's all for now. Look out for the full review of episode 7 and more on this channel. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Please feel free to subscribe, like, and comment below. And hey, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea. And that's okay. Just remember to take care and stay safe.